Hello, hello. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Okay, by the way, the hair is herring today. Welcome back to the Unapologetically Sarah Garcia, yours truly. So I'm here to chat about my GLP-1 journey. I'm no longer on it, by the way, but I did want to talk just openly, okay? So I started my tirzepatide Zepbound, specifically journey, in November of 2024. I weighed approximately 364 pounds. Let me see here. Let me zoom in. This is where Sarah started. Let's zoom in on that. That's where I started, right? And now, let's zoom out so I can show you the today, right? Like, y'all. Night and day difference, right? Night and day. Okay, so here's where we're at. Started at 364. I'm currently 185 point whatever pounds. 185. Like, that's crazy. So I started in November on 2.5 milligrams. Did that for a month. Went up to 5 milligrams. These are the pre-filled injected vials. Like, they're just ready to go. January, I went up to the 7.5, and I was doing really, really well at 7.5. But then I lost my insurance, which, as we all know, like, $1,200 a month out of pocket is insane. So the month of March last year, I went through Row. It's a website. I bought tirzepatide itself. It was not Zepbound. Zepbound is a very phenomenal medication that is just, it's too expensive on the name brand, right? So I was doing my own for a month, but I plateaued. I didn't lose weight. I didn't gain. I was stuck. When I got my insurance back in April and my doctor got me back on Zepbound, right, we moved forward in the process, 2.5 milligrams, 5 milligrams. But when I wanted to do a med update and go to the 7.5 again, where I was doing wonderfully, the state of Wisconsin changed. They changed how they do their dosages and maintenance, and I don't even know. So my doctor let me know that we would have to go to 10 milligrams. 10 milligrams of Zepbound for me was too much. I did it for a couple of months. I thugged it out, but I went from being 364 pounds and obese with like I think my BMI was like almost 60, if not 60, to a 35 BMI, 200 pounds, or 189 pounds to be exact, and malnourished. It took me, I was living off coffee. I was living off whatever. I guess if I was hungry, I knew at the time, my husband and we talked about it. Like, if I'm hungry, babe, I need to go eat something. And I would get something to go. Now, it didn't happen often. I barely was eating. I became very lightheaded. I walk 42 stairs from the downstairs to my upstairs, and I couldn't get halfway without being out of air. It is very important to communicate with your doctor. Very important. I have an amazing, amazing relationship with my doctor. He's very understanding. I'm a poster child for his Zepbound journey of his stories. However, what I will always tell people is, please advocate for yourself in this journey. This is not an easy thing. It feels amazing, and there's other sides of it. So that is the purpose of my video. I want to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, but specifically the bad and the ugly. The good, everyone can see it. You can see it in my face. I mean, I have a neck. I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost a human worth of weight, right? So, long story short, I want to talk about the ugly. The ugly would be constipation, upset stomach, hot flashes. I went through hot flashes, literal hot flash. I would be sitting and, sorry, my shirt's driving me nuts. Unfiltered though, of course. So, hot flashes. I would literally be sitting, like, talking to my husband or whoever, you know. I happened with my husband one time. It was bad. I was sweating. And it was because my hormones were all messed up. So in the process of losing all this weight, not only am I feeling better about myself, but in the inside of my body, things are changing. And I didn't go through menopause or nothing like that. I just went through these hot flashes where, like, it consumed me. I was vomiting during the hot flash. I was having diarrhea during the hot flash. Water is your best friend in this journey, and in any journey, okay? Even if you're not doing GLP-1, drink water. If you don't like water, there's flavor packets. That's what I do because I hate water. I hate water. Like, it feels great in the body, but I hate it. Ratio yogurt. That's the brand, Ratio. Ratio. I strongly recommend, if you're a yogurt, if you can tolerate dairy, incorporate a yogurt. Okay, they have pro fiber and they have pro protein, pretty much. So if you do the fiber ones, you get, I think, 10 grams of fiber and 20 of protein. If you do the pro protein, you get, I think, 24, 28 grams of protein. All I know is it helps. Okay, rotate them in your schedule of your eating habits. Good fiber and good protein, it will help. It also helps keep nutrients in. I did protein shakes. Okay, high end protein shakes. I would do that with some milk, and I would add collagen, and I would do all these things, but I was making sure to try to get at least a shake in. One thing I will say that is very important, I'm going to talk on the level of, if you've ever went through an addiction and you're on these medications, one thing that I can honestly say is I felt gross in the end. Like, I really, I had to tell my doctor I can't do this no more. Like, I didn't even want to go down. Okay, I just wanted off of it. I have been off Zepbound since, I believe, November. I am maintaining my weight by just good eating habits, by being mindful. But I was talking to a coworker yesterday about this, and you know, he's on a journey, right? And I stressed to him that I know that, like, going up to that 10 or whatever, like, if that's what you have to do, okay, cool, but be smart about it. But please, if you have the option to go from like your 5 to your 7.5 and then a 10, I strongly recommend that, because when you're at the 7.5 milligram, for example, it helps you be where you need to be, but you progress up to the 10 milligrams. GLP-1 is not for everybody. Sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, tirzepatide is hands down probably the best one I feel on the market. I feel like semaglutide, I tried semaglutide for that month in, like, I don't know who that was calling me. They can leave a voicemail. Anywho, semaglutide is what I tried before I got into, like, the the generic tirzepatide. Like, they gave me semaglutide. It's not good. It's a completely, I shouldn't say it's not good. It wasn't good for me. So, like, sometimes semaglutide is good for ones and others not. And for me, it was not. I'm a tirzepatide gal. I don't know. I just really wanted to get on here and tell everybody, like, GLP-1 is not easy. Okay, like, it's not easy. And that's a misconception that people have about GLP-1 medications, is they think, oh, it's a miracle drug. It is. It works really, really well. As you can see, I've lost hella weight. However, I haven't not had problems. I haven't had hurdles. I haven't hit, I've had all of them. I had all that. I had everything that was ugly. And now, here's the struggle that I'm dealing with. Because I am on state insurance, I have these arms. Look at that. I call them my Bingo Barbaras, right? Bingo Brenda. I got this one too. Okay. Now that that's happened, I've done the miraculous work of getting healthy. I'm not on no medications. I see my doctor once a year, if that. I have this extra skin. And so the state of Wisconsin's insurance does not see that as needed to be fixed until it's a problem. So they will only cover my stomach. And that's okay. Okay, that's fine. But I really want to push for I guess better understanding for us patients that do this work, and, like, yeah, we're left with arms that are hanging. Like, eventually this will be a problem if I keep, you know what I mean, if I don't get rid of it. Like, this is it's irritable. It's not fun. It's not fun. So I understand that some people might think it's cosmetic surgery to get plastic surgery and fix yourself. My body, I lost a whole human body of weight, and I have to just suck it up. Personally, I have other options I'm looking into. Like, I'm gonna get my body done. I want a body lift, and I will. whether the state of Wisconsin pays for it or whether I pay for it. I'm going to get it figured out, because between my thighs and my arms, I mean, I probably easily have like 10, 15 pounds of skin that need to come off. That's my guess, and that's a big guess. I don't know. I just know that I have extraness, right? So to sum this up, so I can have my lunch, because I am at work, water, protein, fiber, good communication with your doctor. If something isn't feeling right, don't keep pushing yourself, okay? You can literally make yourself sick on those medications. So I stress a good communication with your primary doctor or whoever it is you're going through for your medications. Anything and everything. Okay, I messaged him about black stools. I messaged him about cramping. I went through it, y'all. I went through it. I'm very grateful for GLP-1. I'm not mad. Zepbound really did help. I just want to help others. So, I mean, if you have questions, you can drop them in the chat. You can, let me know. I'm all for it. I did it for about a year, and a year, November to November. So in a year, I lost that much weight. So I promise you, I'm educated a little bit. I may not be a doctor, but I do know some tips and tricks if needed. But I'm going to sign off with this. This is Unapologetically Sarah Garcia. I hope you all have an amazing, phenomenal day. Like I said, that was kind of a quick ramble video. I don't do notes. I don't, this is unfiltered, unedited. I'm full sending it when we get off this video. So have a happy weekend. Happy Friday. I'm going to finish my break so I can go back into the clinic.